Hi everyone, ready for your Pilates from the living room again. Hope you've got your water with you. Absolutely gorgeous day. I was just sitting outside having a coffee with my dad and the sun on my face. Really gorgeous. So hopefully it's lovely where you are too. Okay, let's get started with your stand-up warm-up. Okay, I'm hoping that the sound will be okay today. I know I'm having problems with that. I think I spoke to you about it before. I need to get myself a microphone. I might even try and go online today and see if it's possible to order one. Because sometimes you can hear me and sometimes you can't. So apologies if that happens. Hopefully, if you're following the movement, you'll be able to get some idea of what we're doing. And if there is issues with it, please text me and let me know. And if there's anything that I need to go over with you, I can always text it. Okay, let's start with your stand and warm up. I'm going to get you to bring your feet into your base stance. Big toes parallel, heels out in line with your little toes. Relax into your shoulders. Relax through your feet and take a slow and deep inhale in through your nose. And then breathe that out through your mouth. Same again, slow inhale in. And breathe it out. Relax your shoulders. Let's go for one more. Think of your favorite smell. Breathe that in. And relax your tongue, relax your jaw, relax your neck. As you exhale. On your next inhale, lean your body weight into one side. So you're sinking into one footprint. And as you exhale, transfer over. Inhale one side, exhale over to the other. Go one more each way. And then allow your body weight to settle as evenly as you can through both feet. And on your next inhale, lean forward onto your toes, onto the ball of your foot. Exhale, bring it back onto your heels. Inhale forward, exhale back. One more each way. And then allow your body weight to settle over the arch of your foot. Soften, bend into the knees and stretch. Just a little knee fold and stretch it. Knee fold and stretch. Don't know whether I'm warm or cold. I was lovely, it was so warm outside. Then I came in, I had to put this little jacket on because it's cooler in the house today. Fold. And then knee joint softens. So remember, you're not bending your knees, you're not standing with them locked out, you're just relaxed in your knee joint. Come up as far as your pelvis and your hip joints and push your pubic bone forward. Tuck your tailbone under and send it back. Tuck under and press back. Two more. One more. And then drop your tailbone to point down between your heels. Lift up tall out of your waist. Squeeze up with your shoulders. Let them go. Squeeze up. And drop. Go for two more. Squeeze and release. And one more. One shoulder at a time. Lift and relax it. Other side, lift and drop. And drop. Squeeze up and release. Shake out with your hands. Up along your forearms. Up over your elbows. Up into your shoulders. Up and back. Relax that down. Round forward and press back. Round forward and press back. Two more. And one more. And then relax your arms down by your sides and rotate them in the socket. So all the way forward, all the way back. One more. Face the inside of your arms into your body, just your shoulders. So you're stretching your shoulder blades apart, squeeze back together. Stretch apart and squeeze back. Two more. And one more. Wide across your collarbone, trace a little circle with your nose. Reverse the circle. Now put your nose into the center of your circle and nod up and down with your chin for 4 and 3, 2 and 1, and then chin stays lifted, slide straight in and out. Go for 2 more and 1 more. Draw in, inhale, center, exhale, cross, center and turn. and center, and turn. Bring it back center, ear to your shoulder this time. Come back up, other side, and reach, and reach. Back up center, ear to your shoulder, little quarter circle brings your chin to your chest. You're looking down at your feet at the floor. Slow inhale here, head dropping heavier, and then lift straight back up and do the same thing on the other side. Good, hold it there, deep breath in. Let your head drop a little bit heavier, and then lift straight back up. Shoulders, bring them up, melt slowly down. Shrug up, slide down. We go for 2 more. 1 more. Slide all the way down and keep them there. Okay, ready to send your breath into the back and the sides of your rib cage. Okay, I think I'm ready to take my jacket off and I'm starting to get a little bit warmer, which is a good sign. Okay, let me put this over here. Okay guys, back into position. Okay, feels a bit better. Okay, so send in your breath wide into the back and the sides of your rib cage. So, as we've gone through before, you're going to straddle the sides of the ribs, or feeling like you're breathing into the back and the sides of your rib cage, or like fish's gills. Breathe in. And then as you go to exhale, that feeling of making your waist smaller, scoop your navel to your spine and elongate up through the top of your head. Good. Add another little bit to that. As you're exhaling on the next one, feel like you're drawing up through the sole of your foot. Like I said to you before, like suction cup feet, you're drawing up from the arch of your foot up to the inside of your thighs, in deep into the abdominals as you let the breath out. So let's try that. Relax your shoulders, send your breath wide, back and sides of your rib cage. Navel pulling in, but as you do so, draw up from the soles of your foot, lengthen out through the top of your head. Your back position with this. So we're standing tall, lift up out of your feet, relax through your shoulders, your nose and your chin are in. The tips of your ears, the crown of your head are reaching up towards the ceiling. Send your breath right across here. And feeling like you're drawing up from the sole of your foot, so the arch of your foot feels like it's lifting up through the inside of the legs all the way into the deep abdominal muscles. Feel like this area is short or tightening and growing smaller. We go for 2 more, just breathing. Notice how the shoulders don't hunch up as I inhale. And 1 more. Good. Let's add a bit of movement to it, guys. Inhale, just your toes come up off the floor. As you exhale, engage in your abdominal muscles, lower your toes. Inhale, toes lift. Exhale, toes lower. Come up off your heels for the next one. So reaching out through your fingertips as you lift your heels. Exhale, lower. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, lower. Then we go for 2 more. 1 more. And lower. 1 heel at a time. Inhale one side and switch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels come down. Now we're going to bring it into the upper body. Arms foot out front and lower. Inhale, reach, and down. 1 more. And lower all the way up to the top of the wall in front of you. Reach, release it down. Inhale, reach, and lower. 2 more. 1 more. And down, 1 arm at a time. Inhale one side and swap. 4, 2, 1. Reach your arms forward, draw a little semicircle out to the side and release it down. Reach and lower. If this nice weather continues, it'd be so lovely to do the class outside. I'll check and see if, I don't know whether the sound would, I'll probably need a microphone for that one, I think. Maybe in the next few days. Reach and down. Arms by your side, rotations. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that back center, thumbs against the sternum. Inhale here, exhale, turn. Center and turn. Back center, change your arm position into genie. Cross, center and turn. Back center, bring it up into goalpost. Back center, fingertips back behind your ears. Center, parallel to the floor with your arms. Reach and reach. And then lengthen out through your fingertips. Reach them out all the way around. Center and turn. We go one more each way. Reach through the fingertips. Reaching up through the crown of your head, tips of your ears up towards the ceiling, and relax. It'll shake up into your shoulders. Let's warm up the legs. Check your alignment with your feet. Hands rest up onto your collarbone. Inhale, sit back into this. Exhale, stand. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Lower and up. 2 more. 1 more. And then bring it up and bring your feet into wider stance, a little bit of external rotation. Push it into the outside of your foot, open out through the knees. Sit back into this and come up. Sit and press. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And bring it up. Bring your feet back into base stance, big toes parallel again. Elbows open out wide, shrug up with your shoulders and around. Inhale up, exhale round. 2 more. 1 more. And round. Hold out there, reach straight out and fold in. Lengthen and fold in. 2 more. 1 more. Reach, fold it in. Bring your fingertips back behind your ears. Push your elbows back. Bring them forward. Open, press back. 1 more. Reach back, lengthen out through your fingertips. Circle towards your thumbs for 8. 4, 3, 2, 1. Palms up and reverse the circle. 3, 2, and 1. Push through the heel of your hand. Circle forward. And then reverse it. 4, 3 more, 2 more, last 1. Bend the arms in, press back for 2. Reach and drop. Back for 2. Lengthen, release. 2 more of them. 1 more, back for 2. Reach it, drop it down. It'll shake up into your shoulders again. Elbows tuck in, inhale here, open out to the side. Center and open out. 1 more. Open out, hold it there, breathe into that for 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it, hug in around your upper back, big deep breath in. And swap. Hands back behind your tailbone, reach back with your knuckles, open up into your chest. And then hands in front, chin to chest, open up into your upper back. Relax it, give it a little shake up into your shoulders. Perfect, ready to take it down onto your mat. Okay, gonna start off with some foam roller today, but we're actually going to do a little bit of opening up into the upper back. So a lot of you guys have been saying to me that you're feeling a little bit of tension, a little bit of soreness in your neck. And probably what I find the most helpful that I do with my Pilates practice is the line, the stuff that I'm about to do in a couple of minutes, lying on the roller and moving through your upper body and focusing on lengthening the thoracic part of the spine, which is that part that runs up between your shoulder blades. Focusing on lengthening that along the roller as you move through your arms and your shoulders. But we'll come to that in a minute. But before we get to that, I wanted to do a little bit of a yoga movement, as far as I know, called threading the needle. But we're going to use the foam roller. So if you've got one of these Long foam rollers, round one's great. If you don't have one, but you have one of the shorter ones that people use sometimes for stretching and massaging, grab that now, because it's just helpful to have something to roll along with your arm. Okay, knees directly underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders, so you're in quadruped position. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, lengthen through the back of your neck. So all the usual alignment tips apply in your quadruped that we do all the time when we're in quadruped position in Pilates. Engage your abdominal muscles, ribs, connect them. But I suppose probably one of the very important things in this position for this particular exercise is that you're lengthening through the back of your neck. You're lengthening your neck. So you think like a turtle or a tortoise. Reach out of your shell. Make sure the neck feels long. And you're looking, at this point, you're looking at the mat probably maybe about 10-15 centimeters in front of your hands. So in other words, I'm not looking back towards my knees. And although I am looking up at the camera to talk to you guys, that's not the way I want you to be. I don't want your head to be like this. So you're lengthening. So actually my ponytail will come in handy for this. It's like you're pulling that out, pressing forward. Okay, so thread your arm behind the other arm. Rest the back of your hand on the roller. And then from there, take an inhale as you roll through with it. Look towards the roller. Engage your abdominal muscles as you bring it back in. Same again. Inhale, roll. Exhale, bring it back in. Inhale, roll. Exhale in. 2 more. One more. And swap it over. I'm exaggerating my breathing. I don't normally breathe like that. I just want you to make sure you can hear me. So, same again on this side. Check your alignment. Thread your arm under or behind the supporting arm. Back of your hand rests on the roller. And inhale, roll, reach with it. Oh, it feels so good. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, roll it. And exhale, bring it in. And exhale, bring it in. We go for 2 more. One more. Roll, 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 roll. Yes. Exhale, engage your abdominals to come back in. Brilliant. Okay, so place your foam roller widthways or laterally along your mat. Excuse my back, but I'm going to face this way because I think you can see it a little bit better. If I'm facing the other way around, you're just seeing my feet. And really today's class is focusing a little bit on helping your necks and your shoulders. It's probably, I feel it myself, and I think it's probably, without even realizing it, we're holding a bit of tension there, probably not relaxing as much as we normally do in our sleeps, or maybe dreaming a little bit more, being a little bit less inclined to release the tension. Who knows? But there's definitely, I've had a few messages about having neck pain and neck tightness, neck soreness, and I've definitely experienced it myself. So a couple of the things we're going to do today, we'll focus a little bit on that, and hopefully they'll help. And if you have anything that you're not sure of that I'm doing, or you're any questions, just message me and I'll answer them. Okay, so with this one, you're putting the foam roller really just below your shoulder blades. So it's where the point of your shoulder, your scapula, touches off that roller. And just roll through it. Lift your bottom up off the mat, and just basically like you're rolling out pastry. Not that I do that very often, but I have done in the past. Now, your head position is important here. Drop your chin towards your chest slightly. If you're resting back like that, obviously there's going to be pressure, the weight of your head on your neck. So drop the chin forward and just roll. Go down as far as you're comfortable to. And then make sure you're bringing your feet with you. Hug yourself and go a little bit deeper into it. So you're opening up in between the shoulder blades a little bit more. Remember to keep your chin towards your chest, or you can also think about looking down towards your belly button or towards your knees. Roll along. Swap your arm position just for slightly different feel in between the shoulder blades. And roll. Okay, I'm running out of space. Okay, roll it back. And from here, keep your bottom down on the mat and just move through your arms. Find a spot that you're comfortable in. Remember, keep your chin towards your chest. And reverse it. And round. Good. And reach. And reach. And reach. Perfect. Okay. Lengthways on your foam roll. I'm going to stay facing this way, guys. It's a different angle. Okay, tailbone one end, head the other end. So you've now loosened up that area, in particular the thoracic part of the spine should feel a little bit looser or warmer. Lengthen through the spine. So imagine the tips of your ears, top of your head are up towards one end of the roller, tailbone, sit bones down towards the other end. Open out your arms. If you have the little soft ball nearby, I don't have one, but you can place that between your knees. Shrug your shoulders up and slide down. Slide up, slide down. We go for two more. One more. Slide all the way down, face the inside of your arms up to the ceiling and nod your chin. Chin drops down, chin lifts. Two more. And one more. And then drop your chin down halfway. Take that same movement down to your pelvis. So roll, curl up, sink down. Curl up, sink it down. Good. Two more. And one more. Sink down with your tailbone. Don't know whether you can see it better from that angle, but the pubic bone and hip bones are on the same level or on the same plane when my lumbar spine is in neutral. Pelvis in neutral, lumbar spine in neutral. What we want to make sure is the ribs aren't flaring up. So hands on your ribs in front, drop your chin towards your chest, do one abdominal curl, lift up your head and shoulders. That gets this area down onto the roller, the thoracic part of the spine. Rest your head back. So now you can see my ribs in front here are pretty much on the same level as my hip bones and my pubic bone. So we're all pretty level here. Lumbar spine has got that space at it. So that's pretty much a basic position, that neutral pelvis, that neutral spine or natural shape of your lower back for most of our movements in Pilates. If your back doesn't feel safe or comfortable, or there's tightness there and you're any way unsure about it, then obviously, like with all the movements that we do here, either imprint out of it and relax it, give it a little break and then come back into your neutral, or take a break today. It's when I can't see you and I can't adjust you and modify your movement personally, then it's much better to err on the side of caution and leave it out. Okay, so in that neutral position, let's focus on your breathing. Send your breath wide and engage. Make your waist smaller. Send the breath wide into the back and the sides of your rib cage. Tightening your waist as you exhale. Let's add that feeling of drawing up from the floor. So send your breath wide. Feel like you're drawing up from the floor through the soles of your feet, up through the arches of your foot, through the inside of your thigh, pelvic floor muscles and deep abdominals. So let's go with that again. Drawing up and in. And draw up and in. Let's add some movement. Inhale, reach both arms up, and exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. Now, because we're focusing on the neck today, the neck and the shoulders and that area, make sure you're giving that extra bit of attention to how your neck feels and how your head feels and where it is on this roller. And reach. Good, back up to the ceiling and reach back. Now this is where we've got to make sure that this thoracic lumbar junction, so where the thoracic part of your spine meets the lumbar, is staying put on the foam roller. So in other words, you can see here, I can't get my hand in there. I can get it down here in my lumbar spine, but not up here. That's important, that's whether you're on the mat or on a roller, that's still there. If when I start to, I'll leave this arm down so you can see, when I start to lift this arm up, this happens, then I've lifted up that thoracic lumbar junction. That can affect, believe it or not, how your neck is feeling. So keep the ribs down, connect them with your abdominal muscles, so that when we come up here, you're very aware of that as you reach your arms back. And it could be like me, you're not getting that far back. Some days it depends. If there's a lot of tightness in your upper back and your neck, you might just get to here. And if I go any further, I lift up my ribs. So listen to your body, keep that in mind. Inhale here, exhale back. Inhale up and exhale back. And one more. Reach it back, hold back there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. One arm goes forward, one arm goes back, and switch. Reach and reach. One more each way. And then reach your arms up to the ceiling. Fold the elbows. Reach and fold. 2 more. One more. Fold, drop the palm of your hands and your forearms forward. Back up to the ceiling and drop back. And drop forward. And drop back. Drop forward and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up and drop back and hold. Reach your arms out into a wide V-shaped stretch. Straight out. Watch the rib positioning. And down. Now I'm going to come back to working through the clock, but for now we're going to reach up to the ceiling, back towards the wall behind, and sweep around. And what I'm looking out for here, guys, is if you have a little softball between your knees, squeeze that tight. Also, don't let the ribs move. So you see the way my ribs are staying in position as I'm moving through the arms. Listen to how your shoulders and neck feel. If you're going this big with the circle and it feels uncomfortable or stressful, make your circle smaller. If you can, though, try and open up wide across the chest. One more this way. And reach and reverse it. And round. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And then relax the arms down. Now, I mentioned the clock there. And the clock, going through the positions on the clock can be really helpful if you're very tight across here, if you hold tension there, if you're doing a lot of work at the moment at home on the computer or on the phone or driving. This area can get quite tight. This is a really simple, without even doing any other part of what we've done. It's just a little bit of a warm up, get down onto a foam roller and go through the positions on the clock. So starting off with 25 to 5, like so. So we're just opening across the chest. Let your shoulder blades drop back. If I was doing this just on its own, so without any of the other movements, you could spend up to a minute to 90 seconds in just the one position. And you'll notice that as you lie here, relax, and especially if you can look out at the clouds, that you'll start to let go. You'll feel little drops as the shoulders open and go back. Watch your head position. Make sure you're still looking up at a point in the ceiling. And then bring it more to 20 to 4 on the clock. We're not going to spend so long on each position, just because I want to get through another couple of things in this class. But leave it at least, if you're doing this yourself as a standalone form of exercise, then do at least 90 seconds, 60 to 90 seconds on each spot. Bring it up to 2:45. Shoulder blades relaxed, sliding down, still focused on your Pilates breathing. So sending the breath wide, back and sides of your ribs. Drawing up from the floor through the arch of your foot, inside of the thighs, pelvic floor, deep abdominals as you exhale. Good. Good. And then bring it up into 10 to 2. And then if you can go a little bit further, 5 to 1 is difficult, I'll be honest with you, it's a tough one. You need to make sure you see that this part of the spine is still on the foam roller. So if I come up into 5 to 1 right now, you'll see how I lift a little bit through my ribs, and I don't want that. So I'm getting there. It takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of, it's one of those things that if you do it once or twice a day, you really will see the results quite quickly. Try a little bit higher. Perfect. Relax it down, guys. Give the arms a little bit of a shake. Check your alignment on your roller. We're going to do a little bit of pelvic stability before we finish today. So, starting with keeping the left leg stable. So it's like I've balanced something on top of that left knee, keeping it completely still. On your inhale, and I like to tactile cue with this one, even for myself when I'm working on my own, just to make sure that you are actually maintaining a stillness and stability across your pelvis. So fingertips or hands onto your hip bones, left leg is stable. On your inhale, open the right knee out to the side for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bring it back in 1. Same again, open out for 3, 2, 1, and draw back in. And open out, 3, 2, 1, and bring it in, and 1 more. And bring it in. Swap it over, 3, 2, 1, and draw in. Two more, open out, 3, 2, 1, bring it in, and 1 more, open out for 3, 2, 1, bring it in, alternating, first leg opens out, 3, 2, 1, draw in, 3, 2, 1, bring it in, both knees, 3, 2, 1, and draw in, 3, 2, 1, and draw in, 2 more, 1 more, open out, 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. Left foot presses down, right leg floated up into tabletop. Lower it down with control. Press it down into the place that you lifted it from. So you got to imagine that you've got 2 little footprints, little indentations on your mat,
probably have a little bit. Press in and return to that footprint each time. So same thing on this side. Inhale, lift, and return your footprint, your foot down to your footprint. Lift, exhale, lower. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. Reach through with your fingertips, stretch and reach your fingertips down towards the end of your mat. First leg lifts, exhale, lowers. And lift, and down. Reach up towards the ceiling. And lower. And lower. Reach back towards the wall behind. And lower. And lift. And lower. Reach back up to the ceiling. We're going to go opposite arm to leg. So the leg lifts up, opposite arm reaches back, arm comes up, foot goes down. Other leg lifts, opposite arm reaches, arm comes up, foot goes down. If you can speed it up a little bit, go for it. Reach and reach and switch. One more each side. And switch. And then let's try arm on the same side. So leg lifts up, arm on the same side reaches back, and swap. One more each side. And reach. Good. Relax the arms down. Tilt your pelvis. Just release your lower back. You've been holding it in neutral since we got onto the foam roller. So giving it a chance, you'll feel that you've been working those lower back muscles as you're doing these tilts. They work when you're holding you in a natural shape, in the neutral shape of your lower back is working. So tailbone anchors, we're nearly done on the roller. Back into your level pelvis, hip bones level, right leg comes up into tabletop, and this is like a prep for a classical exercise called one leg circle. So we're just going to maintain stability in your pelvis, maintain your position in your spine, elongated spine. Supporting leg stays still, circle around and reverse that. Good. And then lower your foot to the floor, other leg lifts and circles on this side. So instead of having your leg reaching up towards the ceiling, we're going with the bent knee, but imagine that you're lengthening, you're continuing up through your knee up towards the ceiling as you draw these circles. Pelvis stable. And reverse. Good, and lower your foot to the floor. Tilt your pelvis again to release your back. Tailbone anchors down. We're going to do like a prep for classical 100s. So from here, reach your arms up and back. If it's comfortable for you to do so and safe for you to do so, drop your chin towards your chest and peel up, 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 up. Oh, it feels good. Through your shoulders. Now notice how my shoulder blades are pressing and supporting me forward. Top of my head is reaching up towards the ceiling and my chin is towards my chest. Right leg comes up and pressing down. Now this movement is coming from my upper back. So it's like I'm bouncing two big basketballs either side of my mat. pressing down. Lengthen out if you're comfortable to do it with the leg. Inhaling for 5 presses. Exhale for 5. That's 30. 40. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 2, 3, 4. 50. Swap legs. 60. 70. 80. Lengthen out through your toes. 90. One more set. 100. Relax it. Roll off the side of the roller. Slide it out from underneath you. Hug both knees into your chest. Little rock side to side. Keep your ankles and knees together. Circle around. And reverse that. Hands on top of your knees, circle them away from each other. And reverse. Bring the soles of your feet together, put them down onto the mat in front. Knees open out wide. Arms come into goalpost position either side of your head. Feet press and release. Feet press and relax. And one more. Stretch your legs out along the mat. Reach your arms back. Full body stretch. Shake up through your legs. Start with your feet. Work up over your ankles, calf muscles, shins. Up over your knees, quads and hamstrings. Right up into the hips if you can. Perfect. Slide your feet back in. Grab your foam roller. We're going to place that in underneath your pelvis. So lift your bottom up. Foam roller goes in underneath there. Place it in a position. I think these leggings are okay, but sometimes depending on what you've on you, some shorts or some leggings are a little bit slidey, slippy. So you might have to bring the roller up a little bit and then bring both knees into your chest. Grab the knees in, and that should feel really good on your lower back. Stretch it out. Rock side to side. Right across the SI joints, either side of your sacrum. Good. Bring it back center. Left knee stays where it is. Right leg stretches up towards the ceiling. A lot of these movements come from a method known as the melt method. Hard to say it. Who I absolutely love. She's well worth following on social media. The melt method. And that's where I got a lot of these movements from many years ago. Toes towards your nose. Push up through your heel. And stretch back. Grab a hold of your toes, your ankle, your shorts, or your tracksuit or your leggings, whatever, and lengthen out through the back of your legs. Stretch it out. Good. Swap it over. Reach and lengthen. Stretch it up. Point and flex. Toes to your nose. Push up through your heel. Reach it back. Keeping the legs straight. Three, two, one. Relax it. Both legs up. Point and flex. Toes to your nose. Push up through your heels. And drop back. Feel as though your heels are reaching away from your sit bones. Lengthen them away. You can grab your toes, grab your ankles, grab your calves, I guess, lower part of your leg. Fold it in. Now, if that's enough for you, stay where you are. If you want to take this a little bit further, you're going to roll back and lift your tailbone, lift your pelvis up off your roller and reach it back and lengthen. So this one brings the stretch into the back of your legs, but also into your lower back. So reach it, open out a little bit through the feet or through the legs, push through your heels and feel that stretch all the way along through the back of the legs. Arms can either come out here or you can use them to support you. Push your heels away from your sit bones and lift as long as you can through your waist. Fold the knees in just to relax a little bit and then press it out again. Fold in and press. Lengthen them out for 4, 3, 2, fold in, grab your roller, have it ready for you. Articulate slowly through that upper back. Knees are folded. Bend them in. Little rock side to side again. 2 and 1. Left knee stays where it is. Right leg this time stretch it out towards the wall in front of you. Let it drop towards the floor. Keep it lengthening. Keep it stretching. When it's gone down as much as it can, then fold at the back of your knee. Bring your heel down. Hold that stretch. Notice this knee is in close to my body. Good. Slowly bring it in. And swap legs. Reach and lengthen. Reach, 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 reach. When it goes down as much as you can get it while it's straight, then fold. Back of the knee. Big deep breath. Good, slowly bring it in. Left knee in, right foot this time. Place it down onto the floor, onto the mat. Relax a little bit on the inhale. As you exhale, pull your knee in, press your foot down. Release it and pull and press. 2 more. And 1 more. And relax. Swap that over. Release on your exhale. Pull your knee in, push your foot down. 2 more. 1 more. Pull and press. Perfect. Bring both knees in again. Keep them in close to your body. Reach your arms back to the floor behind you. And lengthen the shoulders. Slide the shoulders away from yours. Lengthen the back of your neck and do a little rock side to side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, feels so good. And relax it and just roll or slide the foam roller out from underneath you. Your lower back comes down onto the mat. Up to you. You can turn over onto your side to come up, or you can drop your chin towards your chest and roll it up. Bring yourself over, turn over into quadruped position, and place your hands directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly underneath your hips. Slide your shoulders away from your ears. Roll, curl your tailbone under, lift your tailbone up. Tuck the tailbone under and lift it. 2 more. And 1 more. And lift. And then tuck your tailbone under. Tuck your toes under. Sit back onto your heels. This is to stretch your feet. I'm gonna record a couple of little short clips, little short Pilates inspired stretches for your feet, one for your feet and one for your hips. So I'm going to put them up on the new YouTube channel that we have. So if you go on YouTube, it's Galway Pilates. I'm going to be adding most of these live classes to it, and also extras, little extra short clips like 5-minute, 6-minute exercise routines. So check it out if you're on YouTube. Okay, sit your bottom back. And then rest the front of your foot, sit back, open out the knees, stretch out, drop your chest, slide your shoulders away from your ears, open the knees right out and rest into that. Big deep breaths. Now this should feel good. If it doesn't, come out of it. Don't stay in any stretch that doesn't feel nice. Most of these stretches feel really good. But if for some reason they don't for you, there's a reason for that and we don't maybe know it. So modify it. Always come out of a stretch if it doesn't feel right. Hands under the shoulders, take a big deep breath in and press away. It's not necessarily that you're doing the stretch wrong. A lot of the time it could be just that there's an old injury there, or a bit of tightness there, and your body isn't comfortable to let go. So if there's any of these movements that we're doing that doesn't feel right for you, I'm here. Message me, text me, direct message me on Instagram, whatever, and I will help if I can. Okay guys, bring your knees in, come up onto your knees, step your stronger leg forward and push yourself up onto your feet. Bring your feet back into the base stance that we started on. Lift up tall out of your waist. Relax your shoulders. Take a big deep breath in and fill your lungs. Tighten your navel to your spine as you exhale and grow tall. Sounds like a demon there. Come up off your heels for the next one. Inhale, lift. And exhale and grow tall. Go for 2 more. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale and grow tall. And 1 more deep breath in. Navel pulls in towards your spine. Elongate up through the crown of your head, the tips of your ears up towards the ceiling. Relax. And give yourself a clap. Well done. Thank you for joining me. Get out into the sunshine in your own back garden, obviously. Today, have a fabulous day, lovely, lovely day, and I see you all tomorrow, hopefully.